This video I'll show you how to construct the fan bezel. Make sure my grid is off, ortho's on, object snap is on. This drawing is going to be 2 decimals, so I'll go ahead and set the dimension style. Primary units to 2 decimal places, say OK. It is the outside of it is a 6 by 6 square. Now I have a hole in the center. I need to locate that exactly 3 inches over and 3 inches down. So you want to use your offset command. Offset distance is going to be 3. Enter. I'll take this line, offset it over to the right. This line, offset it down from the top. Hit escape or enter. I'll go to my circle command and make sure you're using center comma diameter and not center comma radius. Click on the center there. Diameter of that circle is 5 inches. And then I'll just erase these. These are just construction lines. Now I know that hole is exactly where it needs to be. Similar situation on the corners. I have 1/4 inch diameter holes on each corner and they're 1/2 inch over and 1/2 inch down. Offset tool. Offset distance is going to be 0.5. Hit enter and then offset these lines over, and that locates the centers of each. Hit enter to stop the command. Go to circle. Those circles are 0.25 diameter, and you can hit enter and then you can keep. Now notice what happens there when you try to do that. There's a little bit of a glitch in the circle command. If you try to repeat the whole command, it'll switch back to the center comma radius. I'll show you the easiest way to do that is let's just use the copy tool. Or you can draw the 4 holes, but might as well get used to this copy tool. Select the object, hit enter. Now choose the center of the hole is where I want to copy it from, and then just click on the centers of each of these that I've located. And I'm done. Hit enter. So quick and easy way to repeat something. And then I'll just erase these. Those are just construction lines. Let's go ahead and put center marks on each of those holes. So remember, you go to annotate, center mark, and then just click on the holes. And we'll go back to the home tab. And now we'll put our dimensions on there. So start with the shorter dimensions. I'm just going to follow along with the handout. And try to line these up. These are pretty easy. Don't crowd the part. Again, it's really easy to just squeeze everything in there. You got plenty of space. Now you don't have to get crazy and push things way far away. Make sure you have enough dimensions. For example, on these holes you have to call out the size and the location, so don't forget about that. So that one didn't go exactly where I wanted it. It may be a little bit of a problem. You can try to fit it in there, but you can see it's just too tight. If you put it out here, that's perfectly fine. Just make sure it doesn't run into this other dimension. Right, let me exaggerate the situation. So what if I put it right there? Like, it's very, very confusing. So give yourself a little bit of breathing room. Now you may have to turn off your ortho or your object snap as you're moving dimensions around. You have a lot better control. So make sure you give yourself just a little bit of extra space there so you don't cause some confusion with that dimension. Let's see, let's finish. And we'll click on there so that they line up. And I think we've got all our dimensions with the exception of the sizes of the holes. Now here we have 4 of these holes, so we're only going to dimension 1 hole. Zoom in if you need to. Dimension 1 of those holes and we'll put a 4x on it. Now also don't do this. Don't bisect this corner. Don't go right through that corner. It's very confusing to have that. It almost looks like it's part of the corner, like maybe the corner is split. So what you want to do is pull it in an angle, but put it at a little bit less dangerous place. So that's perfectly fine right there. And then let's double click on that, and we'll do 4x. Oops. 4x, put a space in there, close the text editor. And then lastly, this big one. Now, sometimes these holes like this, let's see what we can get. Sometimes they'll get something kind of awkward. Now, the way that they, you know, it's okay to do this. It's okay to put the dimension on the inside, but it may get lost a little bit sometimes, especially with those center marks in there. So I like to pull them outside. That's very obvious what's going on. Turn these ortho and object snap off. You can go through these dimension lines, just don't go through the numbers, don't crash through stuff to cause confusion. So it's perfectly okay to do something like that. Or if that's bothersome for you, you can always pull like this dimension up. Remember, don't put these vertical or horizontal, but you can find a position that's maybe a little easier to read. It depends on the complexity of the drawing. Sometimes you do have to be flexible on these. And there, that's dimensioned. We'll put our name on it, lower right hand corner. And this is Fan Bezel. Go to our layout, double click out here, pull the border out so you don't have such a weird waste of space there, and that looks good. We'll go ahead and save that and then create the PDF from there.